Okay, welcome back to another episode of True Ball Banter. This week we are covering, in this week's post match, we are covering some depressing news, but we will start positively. You can see United fans out of the cave.
And
This is
smiling.
so we have Fabes and we also have Samuel joining us, making his debut on our podcast. Welcome, Samuel.
Yeah.
Welcome.
But not
Become
so
one
Hi,
of the
welcome
hi.
boys.
because you are a United fan. It's hard for me to fully welcome you. Oh, bro, enough of that. All okay. So yes, United won a game. What is this? And United kept a clean
Uh,
sheet, and they had a goalkeeper that could actually save the ball and not do nonsense. So, I'll come to Fapes first, right? Because you watched the game and you told me about the game and everything. So let me know your thoughts because this could have been easily a problem because this is Sunderland's best start to a Premier League season as well. So, how did United win, and how was the performance?
Actually, going into the game, I wasn't so confident to be honest because had a lot of bad press going on, and I thought it's going to be another long game ahead because the way Sunderland sets up their teams and everything. And surprisingly, I would say it's a good time for them to start a new goalkeeper because it's more of a less of a pressure than starting against Liverpool, for example. And I think Mason Mount played a very good role. I think between linking between defense and midfield, and also I mean midfield and striking. So it looks a bit more fluid lah, compared to the previous game. So looking at the way they press and the way they push forward, I think yeah we knew we had a good chance to win lah.
Okay, and so you spoke about Mason Mount, which I actually wanted to bring up, and maybe I'll ask you, Sam, this because when Mason Mount plays, right, I feel Bruno Fernandes doesn't have so much pressure to be the most creative player on the pitch. He can still do his thing, but he's not. It's like the pressure is not on him to like score the goals. So is this something you feel if Mason Mount can stay fit? Is this something positive for United, or for example, let's say against Liverpool coming up, or against the bigger teams? Will he not start
mm.
both Mount and Fernandez because you're too attacking?
I think if you notice, Bruno Fernandes is less used as a creative player now. He's more of a holding midfielder. So if he's Ruben is basically trying to get him to like control the games lah, right? So in terms of Mason Mount, right, I think what he offers, apart from the creativity and what a goal he scored, but apart from all of that, I think what he offers is his intensity,
Yep.
pressing. I think what we noticed after we took Mason Mount out in the second half, we noticed a very obvious lack of pressing. So
Yep.
Mason Mount is someone that gives you that energy, and because of the energy, it's exactly what you said. It's because of that energy that he gives to the team. Bruno kind of like, okay, I can stay in my position a little bit. I don't have to like chase everyone to go and pressure. I don't have to go and run everywhere around the field to go and pressure people because you have teammates who are doing this. Yeah. So, but the key point is exactly what you said, Lashi. If he stays fit, that
Yeah,
has
and I
been our
think
problem.
he's like a Klopp kind of player, because I feel
Yeah.
Klopp would love this type of player that, really puts pressure. I mean, the sad thing is that he gets injured, but it's so nice to see him play. Like he has like
Yep.
all the skills and tricks. He can take shots. He can even the finish, like you mentioned, such a beautiful goal, just passing it to the corner, just like that. No, not like smashing it, so calm, so cool
Yeah.
and collected. Do you think, just ask both of you, like, do you think this can, I mean, I know it's Sunderland and we shouldn't get too excited, but it's
Hey,
now
to be
all the
fair, Sunderland was before the game against United. Sunderland was sitting at third or fourth place. Did you know
Yeah,
that?
they were top 3 or 4 if I'm not mistaken. Also,
Yeah.
sorry, I don't look below Liverpool, bro.
Fine.
okay.
You should lah. You should. By the way, you
Now you
guys are
should laugh,
losing.
bro.
But actually, yeah, even Sunderland are performing so well. I mean, like, it's hard to tell. I
Yeah.
mean, Liverpool against the newly promoted Burnley also struggle. So I think every win in the Premier League is cannot be considered like, okay, this is an easy team because they
Easy win or
all
something, right?
they all are tough challenges, and especially for United with their system. Is this a false dawn, or is it is it a turning point for Amorim?
Actually, it all depends on getting a run of games, winning those run of games. Like. There's something which I think United have not been doing for the past 2 seasons already. So getting 2 or 3 games in a row, winning in them, I think that's the key. Lah.
we have struggled to build momentum. We played against Arsenal. We thought we played well. We lost the game,
Yep.
and we thought next game we will, get some momentum from your good performance. I don't know what to say. Honestly, I'm at a point where, like, you know what, you all played
Just
well. You gave it your all for 90 minutes. You controlled the game. Just please do the same thing next game. It's Liverpool.
Hey, but to be
Yeah.
fair, United's home record is not bad this season. I know you're only still early on. They're still is
Yep.
I think making that a fortress. I think away from home is always going to be tough. The United are not a top team. Sorry to say, it's not a top team anymore, at least for this season and the coming foreseeable future. We hope as
Yeah.
Liverpool fans. But away from home is going to be tough. So I think winning your home games, or at least even against Arsenal, a good performance. Arsenal is still a top team, right? It's going to be hard to beat them. So I think the performances are there. Hopefully the results. I mean, why am I on your side here? Yeah. Enough about United. That's it, right, for today's show. Okay, we
Yep.
have to come to the awful, awful, awful news that Liverpool are getting. Liverpool are losing games, guys. What is this? What is this? What is happening? I mean, I'm watching all the games.
What
Actually,
what
didn't want to
what's
watch the.
happening? What's happening
Yeah,
from 007 to three loss in a row?
You said it, lah,
yeah,
Shash. You jinxed it, lah. You jinxed it.
yeah.
Your
I
invisible comment.
can I just delete that? Can I just delete that and just
You should go back in
rewind
time, bro.
time? So yeah, speaking of which, Liverpool lost again and in the final minute, and Liverpool cannot keep a clean sheet. Uh, I'm very, very disappointed with what Van Dijk actually said post match, which he said he was being interviewed and then he said that uh we cannot forget what's happened off the pitch, which he was alluding to, the passing of Diego Jota.
You go,
But
Jota.
bro, come on, that's such a lame cop out. I think
Yep.
when you were winning the games, you didn't say anything about Jota. And now suddenly you lose 3 games and then you're actually talking about Jota being one of the reasons why it's challenging for you. I mean, performances on the pitch is so awful. I mean, this is not like a lucky Chelsea win. This is actually a deserved Chelsea win. And Chelsea are like, there were so many chances where Liverpool could have won the game, but they didn't because
Yeah.
Chelsea are not a top team. In transition, they still give away a lot of chances. But Liverpool cannot keep the back door shut, give the opponent so many chances. They made Chelsea look like the world champions that they are. Lah. So, I mean, as United fans, tell me how much you are enjoying this.
No, actually, there's something wrong with Liverpool. The way they approach the game and the way they score and the way they try to. Of course, they have the winning mindset, the mentality to always keep pushing forward whenever they are goal down and all. But there's something lacking in them. Like I think I mentioned this before. This also to you. There's something wrong somewhere. But I mean I'm not sure lah because but Chelsea managed to pinpoint a mistake. They said that they noticed that Salah was actually off. He was off position or something, and they
Mm,
capitalized on it. So maybe that could be the few reasons of it.
possibly. And I think
Mm,
Konate is also not. I mean, there is new players to the team. They're all getting adjusted to their role, right? But when you're
Mm,
winning,
yeah.
nobody's going to say anything. But when you're losing,
yep.
it's a problem. I just want to highlight that Wirtz is not the problem. Wirtz is actually playing okay. He's creating chances. I think he's for chances created, he's one of the highest with
Yep.
with Jack Grealish. He's one of the
Right.
highest. He's creating chances. He's trying to link up play. Isak also was brilliant. The problem areas because I watched the game, right? It's okay. McAllister is not McAllister anymore, right? He's like Fabinho. I don't know what happened to him. He's just doesn't. He's not up to speed. He needs to play in the championship. That's how he's playing right now. He's just like
Correct.
he's not up to the pace of the Premier
Yeah.
League. Gravenberg, he was playing a 6 last season, but now he's being asked to play like he's going forward too much
Yep.
because he's like an all-rounder. I feel you should just tuck him in the 6, give the protection for the back four. Do you think this is a blip or will Liverpool bounce back against United?
So what I realized is that Liverpool hasn't been dominating as much as they could, and I think that is a very big issue that now is being found out because Liverpool has been trying to like it's good lah. I mean, you have the mentality to push all the way to the 80th minute and all that, but to need that so many times this season, there was already red flags, right? In the what do you call the irony, red flags. And that's already it's already a red flag, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that they are now losing 2 last minute goals, right? Like
Mhm.
Crystal Palace and now Chelsea. And I think it is slowly getting undone. Like it's being Slot for me. This is like a very huge statement. I think Slot is being found out. I think Slot is
Ooh,
being
that's
found
that's a
out.
big one, man. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So now he finally has a team where he has his
Yeah.
words, his Isaac, and now he got to figure out how is he going to make this team gel together. Because right now
Yeah.
the connection is not there, right?
I think Fibs, you
Yeah.
mentioned this, right? That actually it's Ten Hag underneath Slot's face.
He's gonna open his mouth.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you did mention the right thing. There's no control this season.
Yeah.
We don't play like a top team. I rather us win. I'd rather us even the next game against United. If you tell me now we draw 0-0, I'll take it. I just want us to keep a clean sheet and play properly and not just be like this rock and roll team that think they can outscore people and don't know how to properly appreciate the art of keeping a clean sheet and not giving away chances. I rather see
Yeah.
a boring 0-0 game against Manchester United rather than winning 3-2 or 4-2 because I'm done with that. I don't think that's sustainable. And I think no Fabes and Ganesh also mentioned this. It's not sustainable. And you're doing it so
Yep.
early on in the season. If it's like one game here and there, you're winning last minute, okay, that's fair. But against certain
Yeah.
teams, not even comfortably controlling the game or winning it properly, I think it puts a lot of anxiety, not just to the fans, lah, right? But the players also after a while, it's like, oh, here we go again. Here we go again. We have to go
Yeah.
on
Yep.
to the last minute. So yeah, Fabes, your thoughts on? I mean, you mentioned this. Something is wrong somewhere, right? Something is clearly
Mm.
wrong somewhere. Um, I just think against United, it's the perfect game, lah, because they'll be motivated. They'll be motivated, and then I don't know who's your keeper going to start. Lemons is going to be under a lot of pressure, especially at the cop end. Salah is going to be don't know what Salah version of Salah is going to turn up. But
We have Lemons or Bayender lah. I don't think we're gonna start Bayender.
For
start two
sure.
lah.
Sorry.
Start two.
Another false and the backstory.
Yeah, I think this brings us nicely towards the end where we close out on, what a change of fortunes, right? We were entering this international break thinking that Liverpool could go invincible. I mean, I thought at least it was serious thought. I mean, I thought it could be possible, but we're going into a period where United are okay. I think keeping clean sheets. I don't know what something about keeping clean sheets makes me feel like what you're doing is actually working, lah. Just playing 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. I feel sometimes it's like very haphazard. I think Liverpool can turn this around. I just hope that we we play Chiesa more. I want to see Chiesa play more because he deserves to start.
Yeah.
And I'm actually quite worried about Mbeumo. Mbeumo has been getting a lot of assists for United, right? He's kind of he's like the young Salah, lah, except that he looks older.
It's the
what
boss.
you think? What you think needs to change, Shashi?
I think we need to play Chiesa more. I think Slot is going to have that situation where he needs to probably drop Salah for one of the games to show who's boss. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Because if we're not performing, and I think Slot has earned that by winning the Premier League last season to be able
Yep.
to drop big players. I think Words and Isak can form a partnership, and Words should be playing in behind Isak. I feel Ekitike also should start. He should start on the left. Gakpo should be
Mm.
dropped, even though he scored against Chelsea. His overall performance was so poor. Robertson, I'm sorry, lah, that's his fault. He's already out of gas at the end against Chelsea. He's like
Exactly.
holding his
Yeah.
breath, and it's like, and because it's Robertson, we all love him. We don't want to criticize, but you have to be real. Like, if he's not performing, you need to call players
Yep.
out.
Yep.
So I just think
Why is Kirkas not playing instead of?
he was playing. He was playing, and he was brought up for a tactical reason,
Okay.
Oh,
which
okay.
I just don't think it makes sense because he has the energy. He can last the 90 minutes. Robertson being brought on felt a little too much pressure, lah. Too much pressure. So that's what I think needs to happen. Even drop Van Dijk. So what? Screw it. If Van Dijk's not performing, drop him. Okay, lah. He's performing. Like, cannot drop him.
Yeah, I don't know. You got no replacement.
That's what you want against United, right? Drop Van Dijk.
Yes, drop Van Dijk. Can drop Van Dijk, drop Salah. Salah always scores against United. Drop Salah,
Yeah.
drop Van Dijk.
Okay, just Salah and Van Dijk just turn up against United. But I think essentially, I would like to see Chiesa more. I would like us to play two defensive midfielders that Slot tells them for the next game, I don't care what you do, you're going to keep a clean sheet. I don't care if you score, just keep a clean sheet and show me that you can defend. I just want to see that. That would be great.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, we have run out of time. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us in this week's post match. Let us know your thoughts on both the games. Are United back, and are Liverpool back to their default?
One can wish.